How is it going, guys? Drew Peacock here, back with another video, and today we are going to be almost finishing up the Civic. We have done a lot since the last time you guys have seen it, and I've done some things to the Supra as well that I think you guys will like. But first, let's look at the Civic progress and just check out how little there is left to do. Still a good amount of stuff, but very little compared to where we've come. Check it out. All right, guys, so check out this sexy mama jamma right here. Look at that. I finally got the intake manifold back from Nitrous Supply, and they did a beautiful job making all of this possible. All of the plumbing is just super beautiful and super symmetrical. It looks so gnarly. And all this for a nice solid 100 shot. This little K20 is going to be just screaming down the road when I'm pressing that button. This thing is crazy. So we still have some stuff I got to do. Obviously that's not going to work because you know, hello belt. So I got a new fitting right now that we're going to install, and then we're gonna, you know, deal with bottle placement and all that shit. But super beautiful. We also got all of the race cables installed for the shifter. Looks great. We'll go inside and check that out in a second. We got the radiator nice and mounted up. She is ready to go. I just need to exchange hoses because they sent me a K24 hose, which isn't going to work obviously. But let me show you guys the shifter inside. Right now, this is almost complete underneath the hood, and it's starting to look real sexy. Opening up the door, check that sexy boy out right there. Oh my God. Woo! Woo! Enough to make a grown man cry. It is nice and short, crisp throws. There's reverse right there. 6-speed. It is just glistening in the sun. This thing is sexy. It was kind of a pain in the ass, but we did it clean enough to where the cables are routed and we only lost one piece of trim. Now I don't know what I'm gonna do if I really want to cut out the cup holders and make this fit. It's possible, but I think just showing all of the billetness in all of its sexiness is great. And also, hello sexy, where have you been? We got to figure out where we're gonna mount this today because it's not gonna sit here. That's obviously not secure, so we got to figure out where we're gonna mount that, and we got to clean that out. So right there, you guys can already see that we made some solid progress on the car. Still a lot that needs to be done. We need to route the fuel lines, which isn't that hard. We need to install the wiring harness, which I have. We have a few other miscellaneous things to do, but we are almost done, and I'm shooting for the end of this month to have it running. So I'm gonna make it happen. No matter how long I have to work on it, staying up late at night to make it happen for you guys, I'm going to make it happen. That being said, I do want to pull it out and wash it today. It is filthy and it is caked in dust, and it's been caked in dust since Nate's been chopping up his car next to it. So I do want to pull it out and wash it. And then I also want to show you guys something in the Supra that I installed. Nobody's seen this yet. You guys are the first to see it. Check it out. All right, let me show you guys what I did to this thing. So doesn't look like much. Can't notice anything, right? All right, let's open up the door. Look at that. So that right there is the steering wheel out of the Honda, and I've just loosely installed it in here. Obviously I got my own Supra hub and my new race handle quick release from NRG. Not sponsored. I bought this with my own money, so if it's dog shit, I'll let you guys know. But my problem is with the factory wheel, because it's so fucking large, my knees would hit it. And this one, as you can see, I got clearance when I'm just cruising, which is great, dude. Before, my knees would be touching it. Right now my knees would be totally touching it. This one, my knees almost touch it when I go to press the clutch, which is a huge step in the right direction compared to how it was with the factory wheel. So I'm not a huge fan of quick releases, but when you have aggressive buckets and you're in a car like this, it kind of makes sense. I don't really need to take it off to climb in and out, but I totally can. And I can actually take out this wheel now and go use it in the Honda, since that's where it's from. So I might be buying a bigger wheel for the Honda anyways, because this wheel is small. This looks like a 320. I'm pretty sure this is a 320. It is pretty small. So the Honda has no power steering. I want a bigger wheel to get more leverage and more torque so I can turn it a lot easier. It works perfect in here. I was actually gonna get a flat bottom, but this one seems to work perfect. So I might leave this one, but I guess we'll see when the Honda's running how I like this one in there as well. My boy's pulling up right now. He doesn't know he's gonna help me on the Honda, but hey Alex, you're gonna help me on the Honda. You guys know him, Mr. Alex. Howdy, sexy. Oh, the Crocs are out in full display. I gotta get color on my feet. Look at this thing. He's he's getting new wheels very soon, so if you guys want to see that, check out his channel or his page. He's still slowly building his channel. But you guys are all familiar with this car. You guys know it. Check out my steering wheel, Mr. Cool Guy. I'm not the only one with a cool steering wheel. It's been in. I just haven't like fastened it down. I don't know if it's on the right spline or anything, so yeah. I haven't done anything. They don't steal it. You like that?
I wonder if this will fit on mine.
Go try. It should if you haven't.
Get stuck.
If you have an NRG hook. Oh, maybe not. Oh, you're hitting your wheel. Yeah, you need to change that. Hey, look at that.
Oh, it's funky.
Well, yeah, because it's not concave.
It's smaller than mine.
It is smaller. Oh, well, so is yours a 350 or a 320? By the way, I'm cooking food, so let's bring this inside real quick. Here, let's compare sizes of our things. Put its face together. Bigger. Yours does look bigger, but it's just face kiss them. What are you doing? Why are you making this so hard? There you go. No, it's the same. So is this a 350 or a 320? Do you know?
Probably a 350 if yours is a...
Let me see what the back says. Made in Italy. Is yours made in Italy?
Yours is fake.
Oh. Okay, then it might be a 350 then. What the fuck? Okay, I thought it was a 320 because it felt super small in the Honda. But I guess whatever. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is put this 90 fitting right here so it'll run along this way and not, you know, go right into my belt system. Are you breaking my ship? Dude. All right, well, I gotta go wash that in a minute. Anyways, and then we're gonna put the T fitting on here so that way we can get the fuel return going as well. So we're just gonna mock this up and get it tossed on. All right, so we took off the straight, put on the 90. I have a clear route of how I want it to go. I'll probably get a little clamp and hold it on right there so it floats above the valve cover. I'm happy I didn't chop that thing off. I was debating on doing it before I painted the thing, but I think it's gonna work perfect to mount my NOS line too. We weren't able to get this solenoid out without a vise or this little L adapter. So we need to get a vise, or I need to take it to a vise to do that. I don't wanna break it. So we're just gonna leave it in here for now. We're gonna drop the hood. I'm gonna bolt up the exhaust and we're gonna wash the car. It is caked in dirt, like fucking caked in it. It's all metal shavings too, so I gotta do it very gently and make sure I don't scrub it into its paint. So I'll have this boy get to work right now. No, I'm joking. So anyways, all right, let's do it. All right, Honda is all put away. I went ahead and took off the nitrous system. And my buddy's gonna go ahead and make sure that it's not leaking or anything and make sure I have different jets so I can tune it on different jets. But for now, that's it with the Honda. All I have to do is wait on a couple more parts to come and then put in the harness and this thing should start. So I'm really excited for that. We do have to do a couple things to the Supra. Inside are the titanium charge pipes that I've taken out. So we're gonna be burning those up. But at the same time, you might be thinking, Drew, where the hell are your door handles? What the fuck, bro? Well, yeah, they one of them broke. So I have them taken off right here. And pretty much, which one's the driver's side? This one looks good. Yeah, this is the broken one. This little piece broke off. So I'm gonna have my welder weld it on. And that way it won't break and it'll just be good, hopefully. If not, I have to order one and then I have to get it painted and then I have to fucking get it wrapped. So I'm hoping that we can just, you know, salvage what we got there. But at the same time, you know, people are gonna be like, well, Drew, now you can't close your door, you can't lock it. You know, someone's gonna steal your shit. Well, they can't because my fuel system's fucked up too. We have to cut out this old connector that keeps melting pins and we have to put in this new connector, which hopefully won't melt any more pins. We think it's because the fuel filter was dirty, so I took that out and cleaned it with an ultrasonic cleaner. But since this one has some damage, we're gonna go ahead and cut this one out and wire in this new one. So hopefully this fixes my issue and I don't have any more burnt relays because that shit gets really annoying. So I'm gonna do this off camera. I hate wiring. I'm not even looking forward to this, but it's gotta get done. So let me do this off camera. See you guys in a second. All right, and just like that, both of them are now mounted in nice and secure. Got them all nice and wrapped up. I resoldered this pin, so the pin on the secondary pump signal wire should not come out. It is soldered in. The rest of it is nice and secure, so I should see no issues there. What I'm gonna do is attach the new titanium piping, or the newly polished titanium piping, and then I'll let the car idle for an excess amount of time so I can see if it starts to get warm. If they're getting warm, there's an issue. When I mean warm, I mean excessively warm. Obviously there's some sort of heat, but it shouldn't be melting. Shouldn't be. All right, so here's the titanium, and I already cleaned it with some soapy water and a brush. So the inside is nice and clean. There's no more polishing compound in there, so it should burn nice and evenly. I do gotta wipe it down with isopropyl alcohol, but JMD Tubes really knocked it out of the park with the polishing. It looks absolutely flawless. And with that being said, let's get to burning. Look at that. That shit looks minty. Okay, this one I did in a little bit different technique than this one. I don't really like how this one came out. Like, it looks good, and you're gonna see it like that, and that looks fucking sick. But there are patchy areas where you're not gonna see, but you know, whatever. We don't gotta talk about that. This one, this is what you should see, and it looks pretty uniform. I wanted to get it mostly gold and then just build up the heat from there. So it's like painting. You applied coats. I applied coats of heat, waited for it to get gold, then from gold I got it purple, and then purple I got it blue in some areas. I got it, you know, following the weld somewhat and the bend. So I actually like this one. I think this one came out a lot better. And then I had it fade back to the titanium look in some areas because that looks sick in my opinion. It doesn't really matter. There's no really right way to do it. I think I'm gonna make this blue line a little bit bigger. I don't think you'll see this. I think this is right where it tucks underneath the bumper or the frame. So I don't think you'll see it, but either way, I might build this one a little bit, or I might just leave it. I might just leave it. I think I kind of like it like that. All right, guys, check this out. You can see the difference. Old titanium that I got to actually clean, you know, unpolished stuff. Look at that. Look at how much nicer it looks now with this beautiful, colorful, polished up titanium. It looks absolutely sexy. Like, oh my God, I love how I burnt like the tip too for the intake air temp. It looks so sick right there. Oh my God, look at that little detail. Look at that detail, God. Anyways, it looks great. Let me clean up the rest of the engine bay and then we can get like a kind of final reveal. So I'm not gonna fully polish it, but I wiped everything down with some detail spray and it looks a lot better. But look at that. That shit, there's just like jewels underneath the hood. Like, it just adds color, adds a little pizzazz, you know, and it's titanium, which is cool. So titanium is a lighter, stronger material. Why not use it? So now I'm gonna start the idle test and make sure that the fuel relays do not just melt themselves to death again. So let's see how this goes. All right, well, I idled the car for 10 to 15 minutes maybe, got it up to temp, let it chill, and with my little thermometer right here, it barely got up to about 100 degrees was the highest I saw it. So I know wires are supposed to get warm. I'm gonna call my tuner and see if that's correct, but it barely like hit 100 at one point. Right now it's already back down to 80 something, so I think we're good on that aspect. All right, guys, well, that is all I got for you today. Hopefully next time you guys see this car, it is starting up. That is gonna be my goal. I don't wanna keep making videos of like installing one part or installing another part. I want this thing to be running the next time you guys see it, or at least at some part in that episode. Anyways, Supra is running great. It's been a couple days since I installed the fuel relay and it's not overheating, it's not melting, it is running great. We got the Mustang back. I'll be making a video on that in a bit. I installed something that's pretty cool on it. We'll go out and have some fun with it. I got to kind of like test and tune it a little bit. This is still my #1 priority right now. So I'm going to be just knocking it out as fast as possible until we are driving this bad boy and bowling some V8. So if you guys want to see that, hit subscribe. Let me know down below what you guys think. And until next video, peace.